Hello, students. How are you? I hope that you all are fine. Previously, we already studied about two chapters. The first one was two big states, and the second was motions of the earth. Now we are proceeding further with the third chapter, that is chapter number 3, government. And in this chapter, we are especially going to talk about, learn about, discuss about the state government. Students, you might have come across the word government. When you might have come across this word, there might have been many questions that would have come in your mind. Now, what are you able to recollect about the government? And what are the questions that you have regarding the government? Let us go point wise. The first one, a country needs a government to make law as per its constitution, take decisions and implement them. The second one, where should schools and roads be constructed? Third, should the rates of different commodities be increased or decreased? How to ensure that electricity is supplied to everyone? These are the things which come into our mind. Thus, the government performs all such important functions to run the state smoothly. And finally, we come to know about the government's work through the media, that is, through newspapers or televisions. You can see on screen some newspaper headlines. This is what we get to see early in the morning when we get a newspaper at home. The heading itself tells what the matter is about. So, this is what you see in the newspaper. So, from the newspaper, you can come to know the different works of the government. Going next, let's see what are the functions of the government. The government is like a managing committee. Usually, in democracy, government works as per the wishes of the people and for their welfare. The government also takes various steps to solve the economic and social problems of the people. It is concerned about the nation's economic condition and problems of poverty, unemployment, literacy, health, etc. It also provides various facilities like making low price food grains available through ration shops, assistance during disaster and calamities, establishing educational institutions and hospitals, and run services like transport, judiciary, post and telegraph, railways, etc. So what we read was about the functions. Now, the importance of the government. Why is the government important? Without the government, the administration of the state is not possible. So we need to know the importance of the government. The government is necessary to ensure that the law is made for everyone. It frames laws and sees that it is implemented by the concerned authorities and the police. A very important function of the government is to make rules and regulations whenever there is a public gathering. The government thus plays a vital role in maintaining law, order, and peace, and also ensures the development of the nation. Going next, let's see the government at different levels. The government functions at different levels. At different levels, we have got different governments. What it is, how it is, what are the functions, let us see. The government is responsible for providing various facilities in different fields. How does the government arrange for all this? Because India is a vast country. Just imagine if the administration was centralized, many problems would arise and cause inconvenience to the citizens. Therefore, our government works at different levels. And the different levels are, first one is, it works at the local level. Second, the government works at the state level. And at last, the government works at the national level. So these are the three levels at which the government works. That is local level, state level, and national level. Now let us understand the work at different levels. What is the work of the government at the local level? At the local level, government is concerned with the affairs of villages and cities. So only at local level, the work which is related to villages and cities is looked after. That is why it is called the government functioning at a local level. The next one is the state level. At the state level, government deals with matters at the state level. In short, at state level, the government has to look after the whole state, wherein all the villages and the cities are included. And the last one, national level. The government at the national level is responsible for work related to the entire nation. So at the national level, the responsibility of the government is more, because here it has to look after the whole country, after the whole nation. At the local level, only it looks after the villages and cities. At state level, it has to look only after its own state. But this national level government, the government has to look after the entire nation, it has to look after the whole country. Now comes the government and law. The government frames laws and they must be obeyed by all citizens. It is our responsibility, isn't it, dear students, that whenever the government frames laws, it becomes our duty to follow it. Law and order is very important for the proper functioning of the government. The government has the authority to make as well as implement laws. Let us see one example. While traveling by a train, we should have a valid ticket with us. If we are caught without a ticket, we have to either pay fine or go to jail. So while traveling, we need to have a valid ticket. And if you don't have, and if you are caught, you have all the chances of either paying the fine or go to the jail. So the government works lawfully. But in case the citizens feel that the laws which are framed are not being executed properly, the citizens have the right to raise their voice or even go to the court. So this is the liberty that is being given to the people. If we are not satisfied by the laws, if we find some loopholes in the law, then we have the right to go to the court. So the court can order the government to take appropriate measures regarding the laws framed. Now let us see the organs of the government. Something very important. Organs of the government. So what we have learned is that the organization responsible for the proper functioning of the country is known as a government. Therefore, the government is an essential organ of a nation and has to perform various functions. The government frames laws and ensures its proper execution. Now let us see the three organs of the government, also known as the three arms of the government. The first one, to legislate, that is legislature, that is the Vidhan Sabha. It frames laws. The Vidhan Sabha, it frames laws. The second is the executive. It executes the framed laws. The laws that are formed in the Vidhan Sabha, the executive sees that the laws that are framed are being followed. So it executes the framed laws. And at last we have got the judiciary, the arm, the organ which works towards the implementation of justice. Judiciary takes action against those who break the law. It is the responsibility of all the citizens that whichever laws are framed by the government, it becomes the responsibility of the citizen to follow it. And if you don't follow, you will be penalized, you will be punished, or the judiciary will take action against the person who breaks the law. Now let us sum up the lesson in a few words. India is a vast country made up of a union of different states. The Constitution has made India into a union of states for the smooth functioning of the administration. Thus, India is a federal state. This means the government functions at two levels. State level, that is the state government, which looks after the administration of the state. Second, central level, or also known as at union level. Central government, also known as the union government, looks after the administration of the whole country. So here in these two levels, you will very clearly know that the government that functions at the state level looks after the administration of the state, and the government which works at the central level looks after the administration of the whole country. Now comes a very important person of every state. He is the governor. The governor is also a part of the state government. The administration of the state is run in his name. So he becomes a very important person of the state. Something to remember. The state of Gujarat has only the lower house, that is the Legislative Assembly. And most of the states do not have an upper house, that is the Legislative Council. Let us know and remember, before a bill becomes a law, it undergoes three readings. First reading, discussions regarding principles underlying the bill. Second reading, minute and serious discussions. Third reading, act-wise discussions. Things to know and remember. To become a member of the Legislative Assembly, one must be an Indian citizen and must be less than 25 years of age. According to the Constitution of India, the number of members in the Legislative Assembly must not exceed 500 and not be less than 60. The governor is the first citizen of a state. He or she is the constitutional head. The entire administration of the state runs in his or her name. He or she functions as the representative of the president, that is the President of India. So that was all about the state government in short. Hope that you might have understood whatever was explained to you in short, in brief and in detail, but summed up in a very short way. Thanks for lending your ears. Take care of yourself. Bye.